What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to another episode of the Bourbon Pour. I'm Jordan.
And I'm Brian.
I've really been looking forward to this episode. So we've got both of the New Riff 8 years, so the bourbon and the rye. I picked up this bottle of rye over the weekend at Vic's, and then our friend Tom Blanford. By now, if you've watched the channel, you know Tom's name because he loans us a lot of cool things for
bottles.
Peru.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, that belongs to him. Cheers to you, Tom. Really appreciate you, buddy. So these both were released earlier this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I've tried to get this one 2 or 3 times. I've been down to Cincinnati and went over, crossed over the river and wasn't able to get it.
Yeah.
And they did have the rye there one time I was there, and I didn't get it.
Yeah.
Because I really wanted to try this one first.
Sure.
And I've heard really good things about it.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's an 8-year statement.
Mm-hmm.
It's 100 proof. It's aged well. All the stuff that they put out, most of it is bottled in bond.
Yeah.
So it has a good 4-year age statement on it already, but to double that, and I love what they put out. Almost everything I've had from them, I really enjoy.
I'm trying to think of something from New Riff that I haven't liked. Single malt I wasn't wild about.
I like that one too.
Did you like the single malt?
And
Okay.
that Silver Grove is one I've got.
Okay.
Oh, it's delicious. Oh, it's really good. It's a distillery only.
Okay, we're gonna have to do a New Riff video, just like everything in New Riff. Yeah, this is something that we've looked forward to for a long time. We did the very first barrel pick that you and I went on together was at New Riff, and when we went to pick up our bottles, this had it must have just come out within a week.
It just came out, but it wasn't actually for sale yet.
So I tried to buy it from the lady at the single barrel experience, and she wouldn't.
It was in the cabinet, but we couldn't get to it.
Yeah,
So.
I tried to jokingly buy it, and she didn't budge one bit. So anyway, all right. Well, let's go ahead and nose. We're going to start with our glass right here. This is the bourbon. So see what we have here. You definitely get oak with that.
You get oak. It's really pleasant. It's a good nose.
Normally with New Riff, I always get a lot of maple, but I'm not getting that with the 8-year bourbon here.
Yeah. Right now, all I'm getting is the oak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe a little. There's something in there
It's like a cola, like a darker, like Coca-Cola kind of thing. I've been saying that a couple times.
Yeah, it seems like a lighter flavor of something else. It could come off as Coca-Cola.
Yeah, yeah. Not necessarily fruity either.
No, not really fruity. I thought I was getting like a vanilla, but it's very faint if I am.
And by the way, high rye mash bill on this. It's 65 corn, 30 rye, and 5% barley. So there's a little rye spice to it.
We want to nose both of them and then go in for the palate.
Yeah, let's just do
dive in.
Yeah, let's dive in. I can't wait. It's like a burst of caramel sweetness.
A lot of good spice.
Yeah, a lot of spice, that higher rye mash bill.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's delicious. Yeah,
that's good. Finishes with a little chocolatey.
Yeah, definitely get a chocolate element.
Yeah, almost a sweet chocolate.
Kind of mid palate, like a creamy chocolate.
Yeah, like a milk chocolate, and a touch of the mintiness from the rye in a really good way. A sweet mint. It's almost like one of those Andes mints that you used to get at like Olive Garden after the meal. And I've been at Olive Garden for a while, something like that.
We tried to go there this weekend.
Couldn't get in at Olive Garden.
We were too far away.
You told me you were with the bourbon pour.
Sorry, we're booked.
Oh man,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, another sip here. Oh man, that second there's I said the first time like a good caramel. There's also more sweetness to that. I don't know if it's like a sweeter brown sugary kind of toffee flavor there that kind of hits right at the mid part of the palate. The front I don't get a lot. It kind of delays a little bit.
Yeah, it is a kind of a toffee coffee type blend.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting a little bit of mint.
Okay.
Not a licorice, but it's in that family.
Yeah.
So I think it's mint.
Yeah.
I think it's more along that line.
Yeah.
Because sometimes licorice turns people off, and it's not licorice.
Right. No, I agree. I don't get any licorice out of that. That's a phenomenal sip.
It's delicious.
It's really well done. Let's cleanse the palate here and move on to this rye, which is a 95.5. So,
which are typically my favorite ryes is the 95.5.
Give me all the rye.
And these are ones that both come pretty highly acclaimed from other people that have reviewed them.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to this one too. So.
And if you've watched us before, first off, thank you. But if you've watched a number of episodes, you know that I really like rye whiskey. So I really was looking forward to this one. This one's like walking into an ice cream parlor, and like a pecan note to it as well, like a candied pecan. Maybe what's the pecan ice cream? Butter pecan. Maybe a little butter pecan.
Yeah, if it was just a little cooler, I could feel like I was walking into Baskin Robbins or something like that.
Yeah.
Or opened up the tank to get out the.
Yeah. For sure. There's a sweet oak with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's kind of attached more to the back than is the front of the nose, and
it's got a nice nose on it too, and then probably a few more elements. You were rattling them off before
I have tasted
got to them, but that's superb.
Yeah, I like the nose on this one better than the bourbon.
I like them both. They're pretty equal.
Yeah. Go for a sip. Oh my.
Okay, so I say this a lot with rye. When the first taste of it hits my mid palate, and then it's like a firework goes off and goes in 100 different directions, and then I can't get any tasting elements out of it. So I gotta let that settle, and then I'll go back in for another pour. But that was first taste. That was phenomenal.
Yeah. You know how I said earlier that maple syrup is something I get on the nose with newer. I kind of missed it on the nose when we just nosed it, but on the palate, really heavy dose of maple syrup.
Go back in now.
Yeah. Is there?
Yeah, you'll get it.
It's there. Yeah. It's there. Oh man.
Because I don't get that. It turned to maple after I got the acclimated there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that nose even got better with that. That makes it so good.
That little, I wouldn't describe this as nutty, but that sweet pecan note that I kind of described in the nose. I think that transfers over, but minus the pecan. So whatever sweetness that goes with that, maybe that's where that maple syrup kind of comes into play. But whatever they put on like praline pecans or whatever
I'm not getting
is on the palate, but it's not nutty.
Yeah, I'm not getting that nutty or any type of.
Do you get the pecan on the nose though?
I get the smell, but I don't get the. I'm not getting on the palate.
Okay, I don't know if I was out in La La Land here,
but I get it with that ice cream type malty.
Yeah.
Not malty, but the flavor of ice cream. That flavor, whatever that is.
So like creamy
type,
like a really sugary, creamy kind of thing. And this is pretty sweet for a 95.5 rye too, and not a lot of oak on the palate for 8 year either.
Let's go back in on the other one, see here, because they're pretty equal, but that's on the palate. I think this one is probably blows it away, but this tastes so good when I had it down.
Yeah. Oh man, that nose opened up. What's kind of weird is there's a little nuttiness on the nose with this one now, and it's a little bit of a savory, kind of a barbecue rub kind of thing. Might be. I might have tasted and smelled too many things tonight, but that's what I get right now.
Well, the transition of that back brings the spice and oh man, that feels so good. Coats your whole mouth.
Damn, that is good.
So it depends on which way you drink these, I think, is how you're going to go and which one you like the most.
Oh, we didn't talk about price. These are both, I think, $70 MSRP. This was a little bit more Vicks, but he only got 2 of them. And, pricing can kind of vary at liquor stores depending on what the situation is.
Yeah. So I think at the distillery they were 68 and maybe $2 more.
Probably the rye just because the rye's more expensive.
Yeah, I think the rye
usually rye's more. I think it was like 85 at Vicks. I would pay that all day long again.
Yeah, those are both superb. These are both, honestly, I would say, if we're starting to set our list for whiskeys of the year, these would both be contenders.
Okay.
I don't know if you could put them both out there, so because we're going to have so many. So at some point we might have to narrow that down to see which one we wanted to go with. But
speaking of which, be looking for our whiskey of the year list coming out sometime in December, and then we will. I don't know how we're going to do it. If we're going to blind it, or if we're going to pick a few and blind them, whatever. But we are going to limit it to bottles that are in our collection. So this technically would not make it unless one of us are able to procure one of these before the end.
And one of us is trying. So there's a good chance it might happen.
Saying I'm not pulling my weight. So for you, if you say $70 is it, that's all you can buy at a given time, which one are you going for?
Oh man.
I'll help you out. So I would buy this one.
Yeah.
I'd buy the rye.
Well, if you're going to buy the rye, maybe I'll buy the bourbon.
We hang out enough that we would be able to.
But no, honestly, I think I like the rye just a little bit better. But man, they are so close.
Yeah, it's not close for me, and it's not because I don't like this one. This is phenomenal. Mm-hmm. It's because this one is that good that to me, it's really elevated. But as somebody who really likes rye whiskey, I mean that kind of makes sense. But if I bought this for $70,
I would not be mad. Yeah, I would be tickled to death.
I would dance in the street, right? We just sampled out Old Granddad 16, and I would buy this every day of the week.
Oh yeah,
especially for $130 cheaper.
Right.
Yeah. So both of these are excellent. New Riff comes highly acclaimed from us. So
yeah, I love
not a surprise.
Been there several times. Actually, earlier in the year, I went over there and kind of filmed a little episode. So we'll put a
card in. Put a card somewhere up here.
You go see us. My wife and I went over there and took in that in a Reds game and did some cool stuff when we were over there. So
one of our favorite craft distilleries, I think.
Oh yeah.
Hard Truth, New Riff, Chattanooga, all of them kind of on an even playing field for me. Mm-hmm. So no surprise that we love these. So all right, well, have you tasted these two, or have you tasted one or the other? Which one do you prefer? Let us know in the comments below. But we want to say another quick thank you to our friend Tom Blanford for providing us with the bourbon to try tonight for this review. And we're going to end this episode the same way that we always do, and that is when you're with your family and your friends, always share your whiskey.